I was praying to God, asking him like, Lord, please just tell me why. Tell me why do I fight so hard for them? Tell me why no matter how many times they may do things that I don't agree with, that I still continue to be there for them and not allow them to figure it out themselves like I told them I was going to do. Like, our cup is just getting emptier, emptier, emptier. When is somebody gonna ask us if we're okay? When is somebody gonna ask us if we need anything? Not a bra or a pair of drawers on. Fighting for her life. While my dad is in the room with the belt, beating her as if she was a freaking animal. Trying to suffocate her with a pillow. And this is why I was fighting for all of us, because it's just like my daddy couldn't protect us, my mama couldn't do it alone, so all she got is me. All she got is me.
Slick, I'll cut the bitch.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. We now on what, episode 3? Okay, give it up, give it up. Okay, period. This is episode 3. Like, I just can't. But I'm waiting on a call, so I'm gonna just sit right here but put it on mute because all that noise. But yes, I can't believe it. So right now we're doing, you know, it's a chill day. So I got my cute little PJs on by Juicy Couture. Period. Cute, cute, cute. And I have my slippers. Don't say nothing when y'all see me on the vlog with this on again, because I literally just put this on for the video. And I'm probably gonna have to go somewhere later, so I'll be changing it. Baby, I will get my wear out of this, okay, period. But yes, and today's topic is gonna be a little touchy. As y'all see by the title, we're gonna be discussing the trauma of the oldest siblings. And I've been dreading doing this video. Literally, God is so amazing. He works in mysterious ways. One of the girls that I used to go to school with, she sent, like, I already had a feeling that I should do this because I see something on TikTok, which I'm going to let y'all hear in a second. But I first see something on TikTok. And as y'all know how I've been explaining that I'm, like, currently in my healing journey. And I feel like God has been literally making me go through this healing journey alone. And it's getting more intense the deeper that I get into my healing journey. And the root of it all is due to being the oldest sibling and all the trauma that's around being the oldest child. Like, I never knew that it takes that much hold on you. But so yes, that's the title for today. And like I said, when it first came to my mind, I'm like, okay, I might do that, you know, another time or whatever. But then, like I said, the girl I used to go to school with, she literally, like, me and her do not talk. We don't really talk. Like, she like my stuff here and there, but we don't really be talking like that. And she just sent it to me out of nowhere. And it was a post. And the post was talking about the trauma of oldest siblings. She was like, you should talk about that on your podcast. I'm just like, that's literally crazy, because literally God has been telling me to do that. But I just been trying to wait, because baby, I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. Hold on. But honey, when he tell you to move, you better move. So yes, that's what the vibes is giving today. So for one, you know, of course, let's just say a prayer to start it off, because I'm nervous. Like I said, I've been trying to record this video for the last 2 days, and I just been pushing it off. Like, the devil is really trying to, he's trying to get me off my game, and baby, I'm not going for it. So I'm here today. Thank you, God, for that. And Lord, I just ask you to just give me the courage and give me the strength to be able to speak today, and you know, just allow everything to flow out my mouth the correct way, allow everything that I say today to, you know, touch the hearts of whoever's watching this podcast video. And hopefully, you know, it's other older siblings that can relate. And I ask you to please allow me to, you know, continue to heal from all of my childhood trauma, and allow me to, you know, continue to just keep fighting to get better and grow as a woman in Christ, and just get closer to you, God, and close that chapter so that I can move forward in life. And baby, I prayed over y'all too as well, honey. Any older siblings that's watching this video, or anybody in general that may be going through something right now, or just have childhood trauma just like me, honey, pray about that thing. Pray about that thing, and do not allow it to take you down. Because, honey, we rebuke it in the name of Jesus. Okay. So, I'm trying to, you know, calm down a little bit. But, yes. So, as we already know, as I already explained, I am the oldest of 7. But at the time, I was the oldest of 5. And as y'all already explained to y'all as well, you know, I was there through everything with my mom, there through everything with my siblings, from her and my dad being together, then her and my dad not being together, and her, you know, raising us as a single mom our entire life basically. And I just feel like it's just so much that gets put onto the oldest sibling, and people don't realize it. We don't even realize it sometimes. Like, and we be wondering, like, well, why do we act the way we act, or why do we do the things that we do? And it all boils down to what's happening with our upbringing. So before I continue, let me let y'all listen to this video that I found on TikTok when God was telling me to do this as a video.
There's a post that says, oldest daughters, open this. So I'm going to share with y'all the notes that are inside. It says, let people help you. You don't have to do everything on your own or for yourself. It says, your siblings are not your children, even if you help raise them. Unburden yourself from parenthood. It says, there's a reason you're so good at leadership. You've been in leadership since your childhood. It says, you're a bit controlling, babe. It also says, because you always had to fix things, or you had to be the one to keep things together. One day your sibling relationships will feel like friendships. It's just they didn't get to see you in a lighter way, because you always occupied a guardian role. It says, you get to make mistakes. You're human, and no, it doesn't mean that you are a bad example. Embrace love, embrace ease. It says, embrace rest. You deserve this happiness, not survival. It wasn't your moral compass or standard that kept you. It was grace. It says, your boundaries are not selfish. It's okay to make sure you're okay first. Take care of you. And lastly, your parents did not have it all figured out, which means that your experiences was also a lot of firsts for them too. Forgive your parents. As life starts to get better and you're on your feet, don't feel guilty if you have to move on without them. They will be okay. It is not your responsibility to carry everyone. Woo! I really just share those messages with y'all, and
I tell y'all, it hit different being an older sibling, because it's like, time and time again, we try so hard. We try so hard. Like, we try so hard to continue to fill everyone else's cup. We try so hard to make sure everybody else is okay. We try so hard to keep everybody up here. In reality, it's like our cup is just getting emptier, emptier, emptier. When is somebody gonna ask us if we're okay? When is somebody gonna ask us if we need anything? And when she said the last part, you know, they'll be okay. Let go. Like, that is the season that I'm in right now. I'm just letting go. Like, I'm literally just letting go. I feel like for years, I always wondered, like, why do I give so much? Why did God have to make my heart so strong and so pure to the fact that I make sure others are okay before I make sure myself is okay? Like, no matter how much I get mad at them, no matter how much I tell them that I'm not doing it no more, no matter how much I'm telling them I'm not going to be the mediator, it's like time and time again, I see myself doing it over and over and over again. Time and time again, I never want to let them fall. I never want to let them hit their face on the ground, because I don't want them to have to figure it out how I had to figure it out. And I feel like people don't understand how hard it is to be the oldest sibling, especially for the oldest siblings, where you feeling like you have to raise not only your siblings but your mom as well, your parents as well. That's a lot. On top of the fact that I already have my own kids, I already have my own responsibilities, and everybody always feel like, oh, well, you got it. Now you got it. I don't. Yes, I do got it, but I don't. I don't. I may have it financially, physically. I may, yes. In certain ways, I may have it. But it's just like, when are y'all gonna ever try to figure it out? When are y'all gonna ever let Naya relax? Y'all don't think about Naya. Why? Because Naya always have to put on this smile and put on this crown and come save the world every time. Naya's not letting y'all see the nights that she's crying because she don't know which way to turn. Naya's not letting y'all see the moments while I'm in the shower and just praying to God and asking him, like, just bring my family together. Like, just bring my family together. Allow them to build a shit with you, Lord, so that I don't have to come to the rescue every time, so that I don't have to say the prayers every time, so that I don't have to initiate everything every single time. That gets tiring. Literally. It literally gets tiring. And I want to say it was maybe yesterday or the day before yesterday, I literally just got the answer to my prayers. I was praying to God, asking him, like, Lord, please just tell me why. Tell me, why do I fight so hard for them? Tell me why, no matter how many times they may do things that I don't agree with, that I still continue to be there for them and not allow them to figure it out themselves like I told him I was going to do. And he gave me the answer. He literally gave me the answer. And it's just so crazy. Like, it's just so crazy that we be underestimating God. Like, and we underestimate the trials and the tribulations and our testimonies, because everything happens for a reason. And I feel like, even though we are stressed out and we are tired over, certain things that we may put up with, or certain things, certain roles that we are playing in people's lives, everything happens for a reason, and God does that for a reason, to make us stronger, to build us up stronger as well. But like I said, I'm in this season right now where no matter what, I am willing to protect my peace. I am willing to put in one foot in front of another, and I will heal. I will not allow anybody in my bubble that does not belong. I will not allow anybody to get me off a track. And I don't care who it is. And I ask myself, I said, why do I care and want to protect them so much after becoming so weak trying to do so? Why do I protect my siblings so much when I can go back on my childhood and I can remember the times where, me and my mom were not getting along, because our relationship now is totally different from how it was when I was growing up. I always had to be there to watch my siblings. And I remember feeling bad for a long time, because I used to always tell my mom when I had to watch my siblings, these are not my kids. Why do I have to watch these kids every time I turn around? These are not my kids. And for a long time, I felt like God punished me and gave me Mari at such a young age, because I was scolding my mom for having so many kids at a young age, and I was having to, watch them either by myself or either watch them with one of my cousins, like, all the time. And that wasn't the case. First of all, my son, God would have never punished me with the child if he felt like that I didn't know, like, I wasn't going, that I would not have succeeded in the task, for one. And for two, even though I was not, supposed to be saying things like that to her, that would have never been a way that he would have punished me. And he actually blessed me, because I had already had the practice with my siblings. And where I am today, I see myself being so much farther than what I have became. And it's all in the plan. It's all in the plan. But like I was saying, when I was younger, going back, I always thought, like, why am I here watching them? And then here I am older, and I'm still taking care of them. Like, not physically, but it's like I'm still here emotionally. Like, I'm still here. I'm still taking on a role that I never asked to take on. Never asked to take on this role. Why? But God put people in your life for a reason, and he knows that my siblings need me. He knows that I'm the one that has the common sense and will be able to speak into them and my mom and turn the situation around. So yes, I may be getting tired, but they need it. But in this moment right here, I have taught them enough. So now it's my time to heal myself. But he was not going to allow me to heal myself until I understood why he did what he did. And like I was saying, I asked myself, after becoming so weak trying to do so, why do I continue to hold that grasp on them? Me and my siblings were not close, as I explained to y'all in the last podcast video. Me and my siblings were not close because when every time me and my mama had got into it, and I got put out or whatever the case may be, anytime that I came back, I remember my siblings, well, Layla and Jay Sean were too young at the time, but I remember Nasia and Larry used to always tell me, Mama don't care about you, so what are you back here for? We don't like you. Nobody like you in this house. Don't nobody like you. We don't care about you. What you here for? And I used to always just grab me and my baby and go in my room. It was very rare that I allowed Mari to play with them. It was very rare that I stayed home. I used to stay out for practice, games. Like, I used to stay gone until nighttime because I hated being at home, because it's just like, what fun is it here? None. On top of the fact that I can go back and I can remember my mom, like, when she would get mad at me and she would call my grandma and tell my grandma to come pick me up for whatever reason that we was getting into it, and just yelling through the phone, I don't care, that's one less child I gotta take care of. Like, stuff like that hurts. And I know that it just came from her being angry and them just hearing her say it, but it's like, but now the roles have reversed. Y'all have gotten older, and y'all are still going through some of the stuff that I went through as a kid, and where I didn't have nobody to pick me up but my grandma. Now y'all want me to pick y'all up. The same person that y'all said that y'all didn't care about. The same person that y'all said that was just one less child that you had to take care of. But here I am, trying to forget about it. And literally to this day, I have never brought that up to them, but it has always been in the back of my head. And I have never used that against them. I have never not did for them because of that, because they were kids. But it's just like things you say hurt. And maybe I'm going to remember it. And I mentioned it to my brother Larry back in June for the first time ever, when I was explaining to him that, you know, no matter what your mama baby going through right now, you have to learn to heal yourself. You have to learn to take accountability for your actions and move forward. Speaking on the past is never going to get you nowhere. Staying stuck on the past is never going to get you nowhere. And you have to figure out, okay, what did I do? What did she do? And how I'm going to move forward. Because, I mean, that's all you can do. And I was explaining to him, like, how do you think I feel? You keep saying that you've been out since such and such age and don't nobody care about you. Nobody love you and you've been through the trenches and all of that stuff. But how do you think I feel? I went through this way before you could ever even imagine going through this. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts. But do I still sit up here and every time I see you tell you how you hurt me? Do I still tell mama how she hurt me? No. Because where is that going to get me? It's not going to get me nowhere. It's not going to get me anywhere. And me taking it out on y'all, that's going to stop my blessings. So I'm going to let God handle it. And instead of him saying, oh, I'm sorry, sis, I can't remember that I said that, but I do apologize if I did say it. He told me that I was lying. Oh, now you just making up stuff because I ain't never said that. But you know, you used to call me fat. Why do I have to make something up? Why do I have to make something up? What am I getting out of it? While you at my house, me as your big sibling, you on the streets with you and your girlfriend, and I decided to come looking for you. I decided to bring you into my home. I decided to try to help you get a job. I decided, like, no matter what, I'm still here. After every single time, I'm still here. And for you to look me in my face and tell me that you don't remember it, which is fine. You were a kid, so you probably don't. But I'm telling you, you did. I'm telling you, you hurt me. And instead of you saying that I'm sorry, you tell me that I'm lying. From that moment, the conversation switched. He left my house, and I have not seen him since. And that was back in June. That was back in June. A month later, about a couple weeks later, or maybe a couple weeks before that, matter of fact, a couple weeks before that, a situation happened with my mama and my siblings, and once again, I'm playing the mediator. And they didn't like what I had to say. So the me and mama relationship have not been, like, we haven't really talked since then. That's going on 4 months ago. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the situation may be. It may not even be nothing with me personally that she has going on. She may have things going on that she has to figure out herself. But in this moment, I have decided that I am tired of bending over backwards for people who I know don't bend over backwards for me. And I'm not saying that, you know, they wouldn't do anything for me. I'm not saying that if I really needed it and I expressed it, that they wouldn't try to do it. But the same way that I come in and try to mend things without you physically having to say that I need the help, I try to help you no matter what. But I'm done doing it. I'm done doing it. I'm done. I'm done doing it. I don't have the energy no more. I do not have the energy to entertain anything that does not bring me peace. And we as the older siblings have to realize, I have to learn and understand that we did our part. And like she just said, our siblings are not our children. And at the end of the day, we have to worry about our well-being and our kids if you have some. You've done your part. And like I said, God answered my prayers because, like I said, I was asking for a long time. Why? Why do I continue to go back? Why do I continue to keep doing and keep doing and keep doing? And he told me, I literally went from, at the age of 5, I want to say that I was around about 5 or 6, was the first time that I seen my dad beat my mom. I didn't know my mama was being abused. I know my mama was going through as much as she was going through. And at this time, it was literally just me and Larry. I don't even think Nasia was born yet. Or if she was born, she was only a few months old. But it was me and Larry. That's all we had. And for me to be 6 years old and I'm 25 now, I remember it like it was just today. I remember and I envision it like it was yesterday. I remember my brother asking me to take him to the bathroom. Oh, I don't even know what time it was, but it had to be 2, 3 something in the morning, because it was not. It was. He woke me up out my sleep. It was nighttime. I remember on the way to the bathroom hearing my mama screaming, crying. I don't know what's going on. I walk in the room and my mom is literally naked. Not even a pair of not a bra or a pair of drawers on. Fighting for her life. While my dad is in the room with the belt, beating her as if she was a freaking animal, trying to suffocate her with a pillow. Me at 6, I'm trying to save my mom. So I immediately try to run to her. He yanks me away. I immediately tried to run out our front door, and I remember vividly seeing about 3 to 4 men sitting outside our door talking. So y'all hear my mama in here screaming and y'all not doing nothing? The moment that I twisted that doorknob and opened the door, my dad then pulls me by my hair back into the house, drags me back into the house, and literally made a dent on my forehead from him doing this, telling me that he was going to beat me until I was blue if I was to go out this house and tell anybody. I was not able to save my mom. He closed me out that door and he continued to beat her. What he was beating her for, I don't know. It's not justified. You knew you was wrong. And from that moment, as the oldest sibling, I had to have my mama back. Because who else was? Who else was? Nobody in my family even knew that my mama was getting beat on. I was the first one to tell my grandmother after that day. My uncles were in jail. And yeah, they eventually caught him. But that still didn't stop him from when he got out to still beat on her. I remember us having to go to a battered women's shelter to get away from him. That part of my life, I don't really remember how long we stayed there. But it's a vision that I have in my head of us sleeping in there. But it's very blurry. But we had to go to a battered women's shelter to get away from him. Then when we got out, we lived and we had to move to, I think it was Piedmont Circle. We only stayed there for 2 months. And out of them 2 months, we only slept in that house for 2 nights. The last night that we slept in that house, we only slept there 2 nights. And the last night we slept in that house, me, my mama, Nasia, and I want to say Layla, we're getting out of the car. My mama had a station wagon at this time. We were getting out of a car getting out of our car. I'm trying to help my mama get one of them out, because they were all like warm babies or just now walking. So she got one, I got one. Next thing you know, we hear gunshots. Mama looks up. The man is literally this close. Our car is here. He's here behind our trunk, shooting over my mama's car at whoever he's trying to shoot at. Did he care about us? Did he care about her babies? She literally had to huddle all of us in the back seat of that car. And this is why I was fighting for all of us, because it's just like, my daddy couldn't protect us. My mama couldn't do it alone. So all she got is me. All she got is me. She tried her best. She tried her best to get away from my dad. We had finally moved again into another apartment in Happy Hill Gardens. And at this time, it was only 4 of us. Jay Sean wasn't born yet. When we first moved in, he wasn't born yet. But then he, you know, she eventually had him. I did not know that my dad molested my mom. That's how she got pregnant with our youngest brother. She continued to try to leave him. I remember my dad breaking into our apartment at the time 2 and 3 and 4, about 3 different times. But the last time that he broke into our house, we were all asleep. It was in the middle of the night. And all I remember is my mama waking me up and telling me, Naya, help me grab the babies. And grab the babies. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? She telling me to just be quiet. We have to walk through our living room because my mama was scared to take it out the front door, because our living room was here, but you had to pass the living room to go to the front door. But it was this close to each other, so if you opened it, he would have heard it. My daddy is naked, sleep, passed out on the couch. That's how you know. When I tell you that this man, he's a good man. He was a good dad at one point. But when his mom passed, it's like everything changed. And when he was on drugs, it was bad. When he wasn't on drugs, it was good. And he clearly was out of his mind this night, because he was like passed out, no clothes on, nothing, laying out on the couch. Our patio, you had to walk through the living room to get to the patio. But mama, I don't know. I have to realize, I'm 25. Mama had me at 12 the same way I had Mari at 12. So Mari wasn't even born yet, so I had to be 11. So Mama had to be about 24, 23, 24 around this time. Imagine a 24-year-old going through abuse, having 5 kids, and just trying to find her way out. That's why I be telling my siblings, like, you have to realize what mama went through, and you have to give her some leeway. Like, our parents are literally growing with us. And that's why I feel like I was just always, no matter what mama did or what my siblings did, I used to always try to explain to them, like, you know, you have to understand her point, you have to understand what she went through, you have to understand all the hurt, all the pain, all the trauma. But then again, it's like the same way I'm trying to get them to understand you can't keep holding on to the past and you have to grow. She has to understand that as well. Like, yes, we're not taking that from you. I would never take that from you. Because, baby, my pain and my trauma is still here as well. I live with it every day. But I tried to let it hold me back. I try not to. And the only way out is God. You literally have to create a shit with God. And He is the only one that can bring you out. No therapist. None of that is going to bring you out. No matter what man, what woman, or whoever you try to bring into your life, trying to get you to disconnect from reality, it's not going to happen until you put God at the forefront of your life. And I can't keep continuing to ask them to keep allowing what's going on because of her trauma, and she can't be expecting it either. But then it's like y'all both got trauma, y'all both going through a lot, and y'all both don't know how to get over it. So it's like y'all both just causing all of this friction when all of that is not needed. Get some help, please get some help. But trauma dumping on me is not gonna work, because now I'm messed up here. My mama asked me to grab the baby, and I want to say that I had Layla. I don't know, I had a baby in my arm, and I want to say it was either Layla or Nasia. Maybe I had Nasia and she had Layla. Larry, we had already threw him over the balcony. Not through, but we had already put him over the balcony. My mother was trying to help me over the balcony and hand me one of the babies. It's dark, it's pitch dark, we can't see, so we don't want to cut on the porch light because we don't want it to wake him up. So we're literally in the pitch dark. We have toys everywhere, power wheels everywhere. So I'm trying to step on a power wheel and get over the balcony, and I'm almost in the middle of handing me one of my siblings. He comes busting out the door. Lanaya, hold on, I think my camera dying. Basically, he was like, if you step over that balcony, I promise I'm gonna beat your ass. And he told me, get back over here now. So of course, we're literally stuck. My mama's stuck, I'm stuck, everybody's just stuck. Because, like, what in the world? We're scared for our lives, literally. We go back in the house. I mean, at this point, we don't have no choice. And after talking about it, after years and years and years, I asked my mama, like, Mom, why didn't we just go out the front door? Because trying to carry 5 kids over a balcony is a lot. And then we would have still had to run past the front door to get to the parking lot to get in our car. I mean, we could have just took our luck running past him and, child, forget that door, leave it open. And she was like, nah, I can't even tell you, I don't know. She was like, honey, when you in that situation and you constantly being beat and you don't know, like, you ain't thinking straight. You're not thinking straight. So, yes, that probably would have been the right choice. She was like, but I can't even tell you. Like, all I knew, I was just trying to protect me and my kids. I'm a room at that house at that particular time, because like I said, we had to go back in the house. He dragged my mama to the room and locked the door, so we couldn't even get in to save my mama. They young, so at this time, if I'm 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, Larry had to be about 7 or 6, Nasia about 5 or 4, Layla probably about 3 or 2. They don't know what's going on, but I know what's going on, because once again, this ain't my first rodeo with them. So I'm trying to get on my door, can't, and she basically had to just be beat all night. And that must have been the day that she got pregnant with Jay, if I'm not mistaken, because like I said, she never allowed him back into the house for them to have any intercourse. So the 1 out of the 3 times that he broke in, which I want to say was that last time, that had to be the night that he raped her, and that's when she got pregnant with our youngest brother, Jay Sean. But she never tells them this type of stuff. I know it because I seen it firsthand. I remember it. And that's why I be telling my brothers, like, they don't, like I said, they don't really fool with him. But they don't fool with him off of his behaviors. Not necessarily just knowing the type of stuff he put us through. And for y'all to be sitting up here with all this pain in y'all heart, aiming it towards our mother, when y'all don't even really know what she done been through to save us from this man, or just to all the stuff she done been through to just give us the life that we had, you know. So that's why I'm saying, like, thinking and going through all of that, I had no other choice but to take care of my siblings, to take care of my mom. I had no other choice. That was the right thing to do. Like I said, my heart, I have a really, really big heart. So no matter how much I gotta keep saying it over and over and over and over and over again, it's like, well, dang, these still just a little babies, and this still just my mama that I had to protect growing up. So yes, once we finally got from that situation, it did hurt hearing. Cause like I said, when I got pregnant with Mari, it was in that same house. That's when I started hearing, oh, well, that's one less child, or mama don't like you. That's when I started hearing around my pregnancy and around the time that I had my baby. Because that's why I'm mom and start butting heads. I don't really remember us butting heads before I had Mari. When I got pregnant, that's when a lot changed. That's when we started getting into it all the time. That's when the heads was bumping. And yeah, my brother kept saying, nah, you was mean, you was mean. I wasn't mean. But if I sit up here and tell you all the stuff that y'all could tell me, you wouldn't fool with me neither. So their mean was, oh, you didn't come out and talk to us, you was always in your room. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why. When I was in high school, I mean, I was older than y'all, 5 years older than y'all. So I mean, y'all want to play baby dolls and stuff. I don't really care to play with that. Yes, we did play together sometimes. Yes, we do got fun times. Like I said, after that break-in happened, I remember one day that I'm watching my siblings, and I had all of them doing a routine. Like, we all in the living room. We grabbed all the statues, like, you know, the little hard statues that my dad used to have, like the little antique stuff. Baby, I had them grabbing everything. Maybe we was in there doing a routine that if anybody break in, how we was gonna jump them. But it's just like that was a trauma response. It's sad that me as the oldest sibling have to teach my siblings how we supposed to protect each other. That's sad. And they be like, yeah, I remember that night. And it's just like, it's funny now, but like that was literally, it's just so crazy how stuff could just mess you up. Like, it's just crazy. It's just so crazy. But like I was saying, and I'm not saying, you know, I was perfect as a child, because I wasn't. I had a smart mouth. I used to talk back. Now, the things that my siblings be doing, baby, y'all on another level. But it was just my mouth that used to get me in trouble. I used to talk back, and I used to be talking to class or saying like little smart stuff, talking about my mama. But outside of that, I was not no bad kid. Like, I was not a bad kid. That's why another thing I feel like with older siblings too, we get it worse. Like, we get it so much harder growing up. So much harder growing up. Like, I be telling my grandma all the time, like, my mama never whooped me. She used to call my grandma to come whoop me, or to come get on me, whatever the case may be. She never did it. Always, she used to rely on my grandma. And my grandma used to come up to my school trying to embarrass me. I remember one time, my senior prom, y'all. My senior prom. This lady came to my boyfriend of 2 years at the time. She couldn't stand him. Never wanted me with him. But it's just still a simple fact. I've been with this man for 2 years now. I can see if it was a stranger. I can see if I didn't already have a child. I could see if I wasn't 17 years old, about to be 18. If I wasn't already 18 at the time. No, I turned 18 a month before graduation. So yeah, no, I was 17 at the time. We go to prom, and I don't come home after prom. I go to his house. No, that wasn't, no, I didn't tell them. Okay, yes, I could have told them, but I didn't, because let me remind y'all, junior year for prom, I didn't have a date. I think me and him had broke up, or maybe we weren't even, we had to be dating, but we had just been breaking up or something at the time. I don't know. Junior year, I didn't have a date junior year. And one of my ex-boyfriend, who I've always been in long relationships. So one boy I was dating from 8th grade to 10th, and then I started dating basically my last boyfriend before Malik, from about 10th, 11th grade, about the end of 10th grade to basically the summertime after I graduated. They were in love, honey. My grandma was in love with the first boyfriend from 8th to 10th grade. So no matter what I did, they didn't care, because they loved who I was dating. So like I said, my junior year, I didn't have a date. And after prom, he brought me home. And I think he had stayed over for a little bit, but I don't even think he spent the night or anything. Mama was not at home. She was gone. And I think I asked her if he could stay the night, and she said it was fine, but he still didn't end up spending the night. But do you think anybody asked any questions? I didn't get in trouble. Baby, they were fine. They were cool. But then the next year, I'm dating somebody y'all don't like, and you came to his mom's house, pulled me out that lady house, embarrassed me, hit me in front of everybody, threw my phone, smashed my phone in the concrete, just because I stayed the night with my boyfriend, who I've been with for about 1.5 years now. But let my little sister, who was going buck wild about 1 year or 2 ago, in the streets, not knowing where she at, just going crazy. Oh, y'all don't care. Y'all just gonna let her do what she do, because she thinks she grown, and you will just see her when she get back home. And then even when she get back home, all she getting is a little cuss out. What? And maybe she was younger than me. I remember my dang old Lanesia 8th grade dance. Some little boy had came, got him a limousine and everything. They went to the dance. Maybe her curfew was 12 o'clock for 8th grade dance. When I'm 17 and you expect me to be back from prom at 11? It's just like the oldest siblings always get it the worst. Always. But it's like we be the ones that be turning out into the good kids though. When they get them younger siblings, and what them younger siblings be putting them through, they be wishing that they had us, because we be the ones that be actually turning out good. But then also, we're also still the ones still coming to everybody's rescue, still being the family mediator, trying to resolve the conflict. I'm telling you. But yes, I'm trying to see what else I wrote down. Child, I don't know how long I've been talking, but baby, like I said, when God answered my prayers and told me why I do it, that was the reason why. And I'm like, you know what? That is so true. When people go through stuff growing up, they always gonna have, you know, whoever back who was there for them through it all. And like I said, yes, my mama, you know, had bumped heads and things like that when I was pregnant and, you know, having Mari. It was a point where I had to live with my grandma for a certain time. I even lived with my aunt in Virginia at one point, but this is before Mari was even born. And yeah, we had our bumps in the roads like any other family. But now that I got older, it's like our relationship was actually getting better. It was growing. Like I said, don't get me wrong, honey, mama ain't never just treated us downright dirty. That's never been the case. It's just she just doesn't know how to communicate, and she doesn't know how to let her past go to be able to raise us in a better way. She has to work, like, you know, she has to work on for herself. But then it's like I said, I also have to remember like all the stuff that she went through, and on top of the fact, you know, raising all these kids by herself, having 2 boys that's hard-headed, don't want to listen, now they're teenagers, and just be thinking they can just disrespect whoever. It's like it's hard, but just because it's hard doesn't mean that it's okay for you to still be living or making excuses for being the way that you are. And that's for both ends. That's for my siblings and my mom. And I feel like in order for me to heal as the older sibling, I have to understand, yes, I did my job. I've taught them as much as I can teach them. Like, I've been the mama, and I've also been the sister. But now it's my time to just strictly be the sister, so that I can be the great mama for my own kids. I have, you know, like 2 weeks ago, I've got all of them in the camera, and I prayed for them, and I told them, honey, y'all have to get y'all prayer life right. And it really, this is a last story, but it really hurt me. Last week, my brother had called me because, once again, there's some family stuff going on with my youngest brother and my mama. And Larry called me and was like, you know, Naya, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like, okay, what are you calling me for though? I'm not his mama and I'm not him. What are you calling me for? Why? Well, I'm just calling you because I can't call mama, so But what are you calling me for? I'm gonna tell you this now. Jay Sean about to be 18 years old. He's grown. If he feels like he want to disrespect mama, he feel like he don't want to do XYZ, then he gonna have to learn from himself. But what I'm not gonna do is keep babying y'all. That's what I'm not gonna do. And if you want to sit there and baby him, then maybe that's what you can do. But I'm not doing it. I'm not. I'm staying out of it. I'm staying out of it. Let me make sure they call me. I'm staying out of it. And I was telling him, like, Larry, I said, I would suggest you talk to Jay Sean, give him advice on what you think he should do, and it's up to him to take that advice or not. I said, but after you do your part, that's it. You don't even have your own stuff together. You trying to figure your own stuff out right now. You don't have time to babysit nobody else. But if you want to continue to babysit somebody else, maybe that's on you. But baby, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I said, so I gave you my advice. You can take it or leave it. He can take it or leave it. But I'm out of the conversation. I said, y'all need to learn to, every time something happens, y'all want to throw up what situation y'all in. And it's not my fault that I'm living like this. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Well, who else's fault is it? Because like I said, yes, you can talk about your past. Yes, you can talk about what you feel like, how you got there. But what are you going to do to change it? What are you going to do to put your big boy pants on and say, you know what? No matter how much trauma that I done had, or how much I done been through in my life, I'm not going to allow this person or that person to allow me to still stay down here. I'm going to get myself together. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that to get to where I need to be in life. I said, because if you keep talking about the past, that ain't going to do nothing but keep hindering you and keep you down here instead of allowing you to level up. Baby, you got to let it go. When I hear you always trying to talk positive and always trying to act like you got your nose stuck up and da-da-da-da-da. Excuse me? I said, you don't even know what I'm going through right now. I said, my son is out of school. I don't have a job after Friday. I said, don't have no backup plan. All I'm doing is trusting in God. I said, you want me to sit on this phone right now and talk about what y'all got going on? I don't have time to talk about what y'all got going on. I just received 2 denial letters of the schools that I wanted my son to go to. And you talk about some that I'm acting like my nose stuck up. Just because I don't sit up here and I don't call y'all my issues on me, I ain't got none. Just because I don't sit on this phone and throw a pity party on what's going on don't mean I don't have no issues. But the difference between me and you is, instead of me going to people and try to blame people for the way that I'm living my life, I take accountability and I go to God about it. Because at the end of the day, that's the only person to get you out of the problems that you got going on right now. You calling me yelling through the phone ain't gonna get you nowhere. You calling mama yelling through her phone ain't gonna get you nowhere. I said, you got your own stuff to worry about. And I said that, like, when I tell you I literally broke down on that phone, I had to bring myself back together. Because what I won't be doing is crying on this phone and giving the devil what he's wanting. Because for my own brother to tell me that he got too much going on and he keeps talking about this childhood stuff. You're 21, bro. You went through this. You keep saying you've been going through this since 12. So if that is the case, what's your game plan? What's your game plan? Because like I said, I haven't seen him since June. But back in June, I took him to go apply for his social security card. I tried to take him down there so he can get some assistance. You ain't asked me to do that. I just did it out of the kindness of my heart. But you still making excuses of why you end up predicament that you in. I love you to death and I wish you the best, and I'm still gonna pray for you. But what I'm not gonna do, I can't allow that negative energy to drain me. I can't. I just can't, and I won't. I feel like I'm stuck up because I don't call y'all with my every issue. I don't cry about it. Yes, I do cry about it, but not to y'all, not to anybody. I get in that shower, I write in my journal, and I make a game plan. And no, I'm not saying that every game plan that I make it works or that I stick to it, because I don't. That's why I have to ask God to continue to restore me. I have to ask God to continue to build me up. I have to ask God to remove the procrastination out of my body, out of my mind, so that I can get to where I need to be for my kids. And that's why I don't give up. Because all that I went through from my childhood made me into the woman that I am today. It made me stronger. And it's going to make me into the woman that I am next year. And I'm going to be completely different from what I am this year. Baby, you ain't going to get nowhere in life stuck on the past and blaming other people for your nonsense. You're just not going to get nowhere. So for whoever's watching, whoever is the oldest sibling, or whoever just went through childhood stuff right along with me, we're going to pray about it and we're going to give it all to God. But what we won't do is allow the past to affect our future. That's what we won't do. And I pray that God puts this video on whoever's page, whoever's for you, whoever's YouTube, whoever's Instagram story, Facebook feed. Don't matter. We will get through it. We already done got through it. We just got to keep fighting to get a little bit more. I love y'all and I thank y'all for watching my video. I'm sorry, for getting emotional. I do not, if y'all don't know by now, I don't like talking about my childhood. I don't like talking about nothing, honestly. And I feel like that was the issue. That's why God placed this podcast in my heart. And I was supposed to originally do this with one of my friends, but I decided to do it myself because this is personal. This is personal. This wasn't an episode for me to just be talking and chit chat and laughing and getting advice. That wasn't what this was meant for. This was meant for me to finally speak my truth, for me to finally be able to heal, and to bring me closer to my goal that I'm trying to reach in my healing journey. And I just thank God. Like, I'm telling you, God is amazing. And I literally feel myself going so many places. And if it's in God's will, baby, it's going to happen. And yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just excited. And no, this conversation right now is not going to allow me to heal completely, but it's going to be a step up. And that's one thing we have to learn, is to stop bottling up our feelings. The day is going to come where I'm going to be able to share my feelings with my mom, because that day has still not came. I still have not gotten an apology for certain things that I have went through in my childhood, and we'll save that for an episode, you know, if she comes on. Hopefully, I pray that she is able to come on. I pray that, you know, our relationship does get better. But I feel like she's going to have to heal herself, and I'm going to have to heal myself before that moment comes. But, yeah. And I know it hurts. I know it's painful, you know, not having the best relationship with your siblings and with your family. Because, I mean, I'm a very family-oriented person. I love my family to death. I love my family to death. I love my mom. I love my sisters and brothers. I love my grandparents. I love my aunts and my uncles, because that's all we got. We are all we have. But you have to do what's best for you and your mental health and your peace. And whoever that is in your life that's allowing that trauma to continue to come back and adding on to it still, you have to just pray for them and remove, and don't allow them back in that circle until they get help and they get fixed. We don't have to judge them. We don't have to disown them. We don't even have to do anything. Let God handle it. Let God handle it. Because it's not right to judge. It's not right to kick somebody when they're down. But if you have already tried again to uplift somebody and they don't want it for themselves, then you've done all that you can do. You just have to keep praying for them. You have to keep praying for them. So, yes. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Share the video with whoever you feel like need to see this video. Comment down below and tell me some of y'all stories. I want to hear it. Yeah, I don't know, I'm still a little nervous, so yeah. I'm about to go, because that was a lot. That was a lot, and I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that, but everything happens for a reason. So just know, baby, you're loved, and you're that girl, you're that boy, baby. And honey, we'll rebuke any of generational curses still taking over our life. We're not going to do that. We're going to be the ones to break that curse. I'm telling you. Bye.
Bitch that's watching me from some fake pages. Close friends turn to enemies, cause really all the bitches been hating.